Good morning, colleagues. We start our work in a week with the joint press briefing of the spokesperson of the anti-terrorist operation, Mikhailo Stelmach, who is on Skype, and the first to speak is going to be the spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense, Vyacheslav Seleznyov. Good morning, dear colleagues. Glad to welcome you here. The President of Ukraine, Commander-in-Chief Superior Petro Poroshenko, during his working trip to Zaporizhia region, has visited the military who are participants in the anti-terrorist operation, who are on treatment and rehabilitation in the military hospital of Zaporizhia. During his conversation with the fighters, some of them were the participants in the combat on the Baltsovo bridgehead. The head of state thanked them for their dedicated service, courage and heroism, and gave them valuable presents. As the Minister of Defense of Ukraine, Colonel General Stepan Poltorak, said, in general, from the Baltsovo, 2,130 military personnel with armaments were withdrawn. As of today, the Zaporizhia Military Hospital, restored after the closure by the former managers of the Ministry of Defense at the end of 2013, has everything necessary to help the military. On the contact line with the enemy in the zone of anti-terrorist operation, the Ukrainian military receive urgent medical help from military doctors of medical units of military divisions. And after the urgent help is given, the wounded personnel are evacuated to mobile hospitals in the close vicinity to the first line of defense. For instance, the medical company of the 95th Airmobile Brigade includes military doctors of different specialties and paramedics. Due to the state support and powerful volunteer movement, the medical divisions are equipped with the necessary equipment and special transportation. Also, the medical unit has a medical group attached to it, which includes a surgeon and anesthesiologist. At the moment, every medic of the 95th Airmobile Brigade has a great experience of providing urgent medical help on the battlefield and during evacuation. In order to treat the military for heavy wounds, they are being transported to military medical clinical centers of the regions. There they get all the range of the qualified medical help. And the military surgeons, anesthesiologists, physiotherapists, and some other doctors are working practically around the clock. In order to buy medicines and medical goods, the state budget for 2015 allocates almost 98 million hryvnia. Out of this amount, 47 million hryvnia is planned to be spent to buy individual medical kits, and the rest will be redistributed by the military medical clinical centers to the clinical centers of the regions and military hospitals for them to buy medical stuff individually. As of today, the account of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine within the framework of the campaign Support Ukrainian Army for the medical supply as a charity help almost 13 million hryvnia was accumulated, and this money is distributed directly to military medical clinical centers and military hospitals. At the same time, military medical institutions receive charitable help in kind. As of today, they have got drugs and medical equipment to the tune of almost 67 million hryvnia, including 36.5 million hryvnia for medicines and 30.5 million hryvnia for medical equipment. As of today, the military units of the armed forces of Ukraine are provided with medical staff to the tune of 85%, including drugs 88%, bandages 92%, disposables 73%, medical equipment 79%, and 87% the urgent medical help storages. In Kiev, on Mikhailivska Square, the exhibition of the proofs of the aggression of Russian troops on the territory of Ukraine has opened, and the exposition demonstrates the large-scale support of militants on the part of Russia and the direct participation of Russian army in the conflict in Donetsk and Luhansk regions. The exhibition shows the samples of armed machinery, firearms, ammunition, and drones, also documents and the uniform of Russian military and other testimony. Part of the exhibits will be then handed over to the Museum of the Great Patriotic War. And now the word goes to Lieutenant Colonel Anatoly Stelmach, who will tell us about the events in the anti-terrorist operation zone. So how was the night in the anti-terrorist operation zone? This night is characterized with a significant decrease of shellings against the Ukrainian positions from 8 p.m. on the 22nd of February to 6 a.m. 23rd of February. The enemy has only twice delivered fire blows. They have fired at the Krasnohorivka at approximately 9:30 p.m. from small firearms, and at 2 a.m. they have shelled from artillery the settlement Kamenka in Donetsk sector. At the same time, the militants did not stop their efforts to storm our positions in Shirokino in Mariupol sector. At midnight, a bandit formation has again, without success, tried to attack our military, and the battle raged for half an hour. At the moment, there's a lull there, but we have the information that the enemy is concentrated forces next to Mariupol. What about Donetsk airport and the settlement of Pisky? During the night, only 2 settlements in Donetsk sector were attacked with fire, Krasnohorivka and Kamenka. This means that they have not shelled Pisky or fired at this settlement. Any questions, colleagues?
Доброго дня, Уніан, Саєнко Віталій, кореспондент.
Union, Vitaly Sanenko. Yesterday there was an information that both sides are allegedly ready to start to withdraw heavy armaments. Has this started, or are there some barriers to this? And this question goes to both spokespersons. At the moment, we are talking about the full ceasefire. As soon as terrorists stop to fire at our positions and shell them, we will begin the withdrawal. So far, there's no ceasefire. Yes, this is very clear. The point 1 of the Minsk agreements provides for the total ceasefire for 24 hours, and only after this both sides will withdraw their heavy armaments. As the shellings and firing is continuing, we still did not begin the withdrawal. At the same time, the anti-terrorist operation forces have prepared the respective sites to which these armaments will be withdrawn. Can I ask you about this 24 hours, because there were disruptions in the Skype connection. What about Ukrainian losses? You know, traditionally, this is the information that we get from the Council of National Defense and Security, in particular Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Any other questions? No questions. Anatoly, Vladislav, thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Have a calm day, and talk to you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And at noon, we will have the briefing by the spokesperson of anti-terrorist operation, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Thank you.